It's your boy, Dubois. This is number 21. Matty B's around here somewhere, but I'm flying solo today. So let's get to it. Keep showing up.
Broadcasting from the capital of sports, it's the Matty B Show. Right here on Epis Sports Radio. Matty B.
And it's swung on and into the air. To deep right center. That ball is high. That is ball. It is gone. Very deep is right. Hits one deep to left field. Headley back near the wall. It's in the air. A Mets win the ball game. A 60-point game for Kobe Bryant. It's up by 3. It's over. Eric Decker holds it in. The Jets win in overtime.
Hey guys, so we're here, man. It's beautiful Thursday in May, and we got a couple of topics. I don't got Matty B today. You know, Matty had some other engagements to take care of. He's running around here. But we're going to be flying solo for number 21. Listen, guys, 21, it's my number. I was born on number 21. It's my favorite number. 21, anything a multiple of 7, that's me. Maybe I'm a lucky guy. I don't know. But maybe this is it. So now, guys, we got a lot of topics today. We're going to talk about, the NBA playoffs, specifically the Knicks, of course. We're going to talk about that. We got some other interesting stories, probably some more quiet stories, but very interesting stuff to talk about, and we're going to get into it. And how you guys been doing? You guys hanging out? Last time me and Matty were here, we were getting ready for that game 5 in Boston, after the Tatum injury and everything. Pointing, but like Matty said, step on their throats. There's going to be another opportunity to step on throats. And we're going to talk about that later on in the show. But first, we're going to start a little NFL news today. I wanted to start off with this topic of the Cincinnati Bengals premier pass rusher, Trey Hendrickson, a man who's led the league in sacks last year, a man who's pretty much been forgotten, in my opinion, in this organization, this offensive juggernaut organization that the Bengals is, where Jamar Chase has got this huge contract. The quarterback is, money's falling out of his pores. And then T. Higgins just signing his big deal, a guy we think was going to sign it. So where's the rest of the money? Trey Hendrickson is on $16 million, and he doesn't want to play on that contract this year. And we're going to go right into it and see what he had to say about that. Soon. Hey, we're going to be bringing in right now, working on that.
One of those things that they.
Here comes Trey. So,
the structure. It seems that
there you go, guys.
Deal is something that they are pushing pretty hard. That puts us in the same place I was in 2022, where I have to renegotiate the next year. Because if goals are the same and playing at a better level than I did last year, then next year we're just kicking the can down the road. So it's something where I think both parties should understand that a long-term contract that guarantees they know that I can continue to play at the level that I have been is a mutual respect, where that's where my values lie, and it also allows me to stop having to negotiate every offseason about something that has been almost 4 years of doing.
Trey, are you willing to sit out regular season games? You feel like if it came to that, something you feel like you might have to do to try to, if it came to that, you'd be willing to do that?
Well, I can raise a hypothetical with a hypothetical. I wouldn't be standing here with you if I got the deal in January, So to say I'm going to sit out or to say I'm not going to, what I can say is I'm very disappointed with the communication that's been had. It's very... Former players have walked in these shoes, and what it foreshadows is not something that I'm excited about to tell my wife and family, like, hey, I'm getting good vibes, or should be happy. Those comments stink, and that's what makes this place so special, is that they watch me every day. They see how hard I work. There's no other organization knows me better in this one. They watch me an individual, they see how I carry myself as a human being, and they know me. So it stinks when the value somewhere else, because I was fortunate enough to have that trade request granted, whether it was 1, 2, 3 first-round picks, I had no idea. It gave me the fortunate circumstance to see my value elsewhere, and I'm hoping it doesn't come to that, and that I truthfully will put my hope in.
Yeah, man. I mean, these guys are millionaire, so we don't feel sorry for them. But what Trey's saying, I gotta sympathize with him a little bit in a situation, billionaires versus the millionaires. The millionaires getting the short end of the stick, the players. And it's always funny, these conversations with, he's playing for $16 million this year. What's his problem? But I mean, his contemporaries are making double what he makes. The guys, he leads the league in sacks. The other guys behind him are making double what he makes. Why should he be content with the 16 if his competitive field, he is the premier guy? I mean, you people look at it, it's the 16 million. We can't look at it like that. I can't. So I definitely can sympathize with Trey, and it doesn't look good as far as obtaining him. And the organization is threatening him. They're telling him if he doesn't show up, they're going to fine him. And he's gotten awards, off-field awards with the team. He's a pretty solid guy in the organization as far as we can tell. Trey's been there. He was drafted by the Saints, but he's been in Cincinnati since 2021, and he's been All-Pro every year. He wants to get paid, baby. Myles Garrett out here throwing a fit. He's getting his money. Your man in Dallas got his money. All these sack kings got their bread. Bro wants to get paid, and I don't think the Bengals are going to be able to do that. And we talked about that a little just moments ago when we were talking about T. Higgins getting that big deal. But, and of course, the quarterback and a wide receiver, the other one, Chase. They have this juggernaut offense, and I just don't, to me, not only to me, the experts will tell you after the quarterback position, the most important player on the field is probably the guy chasing the quarterback, the pass rusher. That's why these guys get the money, especially on defense. That's the most important position, no question. You want to argue maybe the wide receiver is more important nowadays? You got two of them, you got more than one pass rusher, but pass rushing, man, these quarterbacks are given the reins to just run these fluid offenses and throw the ball a million times a game. So they're they're available to be sacked. You got to get guys to get them, contain them, and Hendrickson's proved he can do that. Now the Bengals are giving him shit. They're threatening him. They're not. He probably has feelings now. You see him in the press conference. He said, "I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here if this could be resolved." So, the draft is gone. So trading is a little different now, because they can't get that immediate compensation if they trade him from a draft pick or what have you say. So now they're in a situation where he's not going to. He said he's not playing on a contract. I believe the man. He can't turn around and they're never going to respect him. He's 30. He's 30 years old. Oh, guys, look at this. There we go. He's 30 years old, and he's living on these one-year contracts, and that's what they do. They stretch you out, and then by the time he's 32, they can say, "We don't deserve the pass. You're getting old. We can't give you a long-term deal. It's now or never for this man if he's gonna get paid." And like I said, the Bengals, they can do what they want. They don't have to re-sign him or anything, but it's about winning, and I don't think just having this superpower offense, obviously, it hasn't worked. It took them to the Super Bowl one year. They got a little lucky. The chips fell where they did. But, everyone talks about the Bengals this, the Bengals that, the Bengals this. I've been watching this game a long time, and a lot of you guys have superpower offense, cool. But you need to be able to have a defense. You need to be able to stop somebody, and you need to be able to run the ball, run the clock, a little bit of something, a little something. And speaking of running the football, before we go to our next story, I wanted to let you guys know that Baltimore Ravens superstar rusher, former Tennessee Titan, I might add, Derrick Henry, has re-signed with the Ravens on a 2-year deal. And I'm sure they're going to get every ounce out. He's getting at that age too, obviously, and he's a running back, so he's even aged more according, to the number. When they say age ain't not a number, when it comes to running backs, it kind of is. So God bless Aaliyah. So anyway, yeah. So yeah, the Ravens get Derrick Henry back. And also, they released the NFL schedules this year. I'm not going to go run through the schedules. It's an hour show. Or maybe I could stretch it. No, I probably wouldn't be able to. 30 teams, 32 teams. No, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. But the schedules are out. It's crazy, though, guys. The way the NFL is set up, right? Like, they have released schedule, and it's a big thing. It's all over the place. You got million view page with the schedules. What? Like, the NFL is insane. They do what they want, bro. Every time, every week, every 6 weeks, they prove it. So it's like they print money. People wanted to boycott them. They got more viewers than they've ever had ever now. Every year it goes up more. It's like, Rome. They keep building and building it and building it. Incredible, man. But yeah. So the NFL season, the off season is still the season. The NFL season never ends. You got a lot of stuff going on, and we got Caleb Williams. He wrote a book. He's part of a book where a book's being written about him, his first year, or his whole situation with the Bears. And it's crazy because he plays for them. But you know what? I'm going to save that one for another day. I want to talk about this new topic I want to talk about. Oh, man. Gino. Derrick Henry. He got it. I'm going to tell you right now. I should have this for you, brother. I should have it, but I don't. Derrick Henry, I know he got a 2-year deal. He got some good money, man. Here he goes. There we go. 2-year, $30 million deal. So he got 15 per. It's not bad. It's not bad. I think Saquon's contract's on 18, and it's a little longer. He probably got 3 years left on it. Yeah. Let me see what's going on in the chat, guys, before we get to the next one. It's a little different without the great Matty B here. 2 heads are usually better than one. Both of us have, a little above average size heads. So, we work out well. Yeah, Gino, they're paying the running backs again, my friend. And I'm glad you brought that up. Gino. A little more stuff to talk about. The cycle's turning around, it looks like. And we talked about that on other shows. Me, Maddie talked about it. I've had it in conversations with just regular guys, in the bar or and stuff. Yeah, the running back position, after the year that these guys had, but we had 18,000-yard rushers. And I believe 11 of them were free agent acquisitions from that year. Like, went to this team, came over here, and got 1,000 yards. And hey, listen, you give a guy money and he comes and gets 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. I don't care who he is. Thank you. And then Derrick Henry and Saquon, they were on top of that list. They were MVP candidates. So yes, Ashton Alshon. Oh man, the kid from Boise State, the running back. He went number 6 to the Raiders. Pretty high for a position, I think the running back position is definitely on the upswing. We're seeing what you can do with the position. Of course, the NFL is an ever evolving game. And, they're going to pay those guys. The position that they're not paying guys is the free safety. When you look at the free safety position in the NFL, even the way it's just put together now, the way it's the kind of players they have there, they don't even have, back in the day, here we go, back in the But back in the days, wherever you wouldn't want to slice back in the day, 10 years ago, 15, 30 years ago, same thing. There was very athletic free safeties and safeties. You had the Ed Reeds just 10 years ago in Palomalu. And, there's maybe the guy, what's the Arizona, Peterson? He probably was the last good safety, but he was a converted corner. They take all of these guys who were athletic and who could have been a good safety, they bring them up front. And they make them pass rushes. Everything's a pass rusher. They just want pass rush, pass rush, this, pass rush, that. He's running, pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. So guys like my man in Dallas, what's his name? I'm going crazy. The pass rusher in Dallas. What's his name, guys? Guy's name. The superstar. I can't remember this dude's name. From Penn State. Anyway, yeah, when guys like him, he comes out, his position, he's up in the front. This guy's got a safety body. You look at him, he's an NFL safety. He's built like Palomalu or Ronnie Lott. But they bring him up front, they put him in the three-point stance, and boom. You know? And that's what they do with the pass rushers now. So now you guys got teams, they got yeah, man. I mean, they take these players, like I was saying, the safety position, the DBs, they bring them up from college and they put them on the front line. They turn them the line. So they just put like whatever's left and they say, hey, just go back here and just take care of the garbage. Because if you put these your best players back there in this new league, all you're going to do is get yard penalties. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you got a Micah Parsons back there, that's the Micah, that's his position normally. That would have been his old position back in the day. Micah, of course, Micah Parsons, can't remember his name. Getting a little old, guys. You know? So now they bring him up to the front. They bring all those good players to the front. So now you see these plays. That's why every time we're watching the game, once the ball goes deep, if you don't got a good corner, these safeties are trash. They get killed. No, you know? What's my boy? Yeah, I mean, so yeah, the league's ever. And we're going to see more of that. But yeah, the schedules are out. It's funny to me, us Jet fans, well, you know, I'm a Jet supporter. I'm really a Tennessee Titan, but we're not going to talk about that today. But as Jet fans, it's funny, like, we had 9 primetime games last year, or 10. It's 1 this year. I just wanted to mention that. But we're going to go into this next video. This is a little different. It's a little off. It's not from any of the major 4 sports, but it is definitely sports related. So we're going to talk about wrestler Kyle Wilson. He was arrested in a prostitution sting in Ohio very recently. Olympic gold medalist. And he was jammed up. We got a little bit of the body cam footage. We're going to show it to you right now. You guys ready? We're going to check it out. Here we go. Let's get it up there.
Palms together. Palms together. Yes, sir. Palms together. Yep. Yes, sir. No, put your palms together. Breathe for a second, all right, man? Yes, sir. Keep that right hand right where it's at. I'll pin it on your shirt. All right, man, listen. I'm not going to take you down the hallway, do the walk of shame. Yep. So, what's that? Thank you very much.
You step into it.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
Just drop your drawers. You can get those later.
Yeah. Yep. Excuse me. I'm sorry. All right, well, yeah, what property do you have in this room besides your shoes here? That's it. That's it? Okay.
I'll grab the other
You got
stuff.
that? We'll walk them out. Okay. I live in Pennsylvania. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, okay, guys, my bad. I said Kyle Wilson. Jeez, man, that's the ex-Jet cornerback. It's Kyle Snyder, Olympic gold medalist. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about Kyle. Oh, man, he banged up. He was in the hotel room. All right, man. So Columbus, Ohio. Olympic gold medalist Kyle Snyder, one of the most successful wrestlers in U.S. history, was arrested in a prostitution sting, according to police in Columbus, Ohio. Snyder, 29, was charged with engaging in prostitution after he was arrested on Friday, according to court records, which did not list an attorney. Messages seeking comment from Snyder were not immediately returned. Snyder became the youngest American wrestler to win gold medalist at age 20 during the 2016 Rio de Janeiro game. It's been a little while. And he followed that up with Tokyo silver in 2020. He lost in the bronze medal last year's Olympics in Paris. He's a three-time NCAA champion, Ohio State, and has won 3 world championships. Just like the Real American Freestyle Wrestling League announced, it had added Snyder to its lineup. The league, with pro wrestler icon Hulk Hogan as the commissioner, is slated to hold its first event August 30th in Cleveland. So he's not going to lose his job with Hogan. You know what I'm saying? But damn, bro, you got jammed up. So when I'm reading more in another situation, it's not like it's just he was buying the butts. He was buying butts. And he went on one of those things, those ads or whatever, and he got jammed up in a sting where they were out there grabbing all of the Johns. And he was in one of those. They got him in a little salon. 17 guys, they jammed. They didn't say anything about any underage. I didn't see anything on that. But I just like, damn me, bro, it will be televised, man. We got to be careful. Like Kyle, so Columbus, Ohio, they were saying that they are doing a big prostitution shutdown. Like they're really on that, shutting it down. So that's not a place where you need to be doing that. He should have went to New York City, baby. He would have been good. 18. Shit. You know what I mean? So he was like, damn, bro. He made the call. He thought he was gonna strike it rich. Like on the movies. Then they came out. The cops after there. As soon as he got there, he got his underwear. They were there, baby. Oh man, Kyle. Sucks to be you right now. Embarrassing, yo. I hope he ain't married. You know? But yeah, man, I got another one for you guys. A little salacious, not salacious, but a little off the field, but on it. I'm gonna say on the ice this time. This one, I don't have a video for this one, but this is about the Florida Panthers minority owner. My spectacles on for this one. I can feed you some stories today, just feed you a bunch of stuff. See how you guys, if it's good, how it tastes. The food is good. There we go. Okay. Florida Panthers, the world champion Florida Panthers, defending champions Florida Panthers. They're still in the playoffs. Okay. This is from ESPN. Florida Panthers minority owner suspended for offensive social media posts. The NHL has suspended Florida Panthers minority owner Doug Sifu from involvement with the team or league after a series of offensive social media posts on Sunday night. The offending messages were from a back and forth with a fan of the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Panthers' current playoff opponent, that veered into statements about the conflict between Israel and Palestine. Wow. So he's fighting with people on Twitter. Guys, if you got anything you want to talk about, you put in the chat and we can get to it tonight. We're going to freestyle tonight, straight freestyle Wednesday or freestyle Thursday rather. So if you guys got anything, just toss it in there and we get to it. This is for everybody. It's our show tonight, right? It's for the people. The offending messages were from a back and forth. It's always for the people, by the way. The offending messages were okay. That veered into statements about the conflict between Israel and Palestine, as well as a reference to the Canada becoming the 51st state. So he's arguing with this guy on Twitter. He's starting to say these little gaslight points. President Donald Trump has said in recent months that he wants to see Canada added to the United States. Sifu is the vice chairman and alternate governor of Sunrise Sports and Entertainment, the Panthers, Florida Live Arena, and SSE Additional's operating entities. He is the CEO of Virtue Financial, a financial technology services company co-founded by Florida owner Vincent Viola in 2008. So this is a big shot. He's a minority owner. He's got a lot of money. He's got a lot of responsibility. He's got a lot of people working for him. When asked for the comment, the Panthers pointed to a statement Sifu provided to the Florida Hockey Now on Tuesday. So this is the statement, guys. I'm going to read it. All right, you guys ready? All right. 2 days ago, I posted regrettable and inflammatory comments on social media. My behavior does not reflect the standards of the Florida Panthers organization and the Viola family. I sincerely apologize to all those affected by my comments. I am committed to working with the NHL to amend my actions. The offending messages came in an exchange on X with a Maple Leaf supporter. Like I said, he's fighting with Twitter dudes. The supporter had the handle Dr. Grizzo. Oh, yeah. This is so stupid. No, not that he's getting in trouble. Like, just how you get jammed up in buddy. And then that vanilla statement that no one cares about, bro. That doesn't do anything. Ask Hogan. Speaking of, that's crazy. The other guy working for Hogan too. I should have talked back about that. That was funny too. But really though, the statements though, come on, buddy, just save it. Once you start going there, he's talking. You're the Florida Panthers guy. You're from Canada. You'll start MAGA talking points, bro, on Twitter. Oh, or X. Sorry. X. Fuck out of here. Okay. No. On May 11th, the night of the Panthers game. On May 11th, the night of the Panthers game 4 victory to even their series with Toronto, the series had featured several high hits by Florida players on Leaf skaters, as well as a collision between Florida center Sam Bennett and Toronto goalie Anthony Stolarz. Oh, it was to the goalie's head. That contributed to Stolarz leaving that series in game 1, and he didn't return. Wow. Dr. Grizzo wrote, that's the guy that the owner was fighting with, hey, what's worse, using headshots to win a series or using starvation? On X, Seafood's feed contained messages of support for Israel and had 5 Israeli flags in his bio, along with the statement, all tweets mine. Seafood responded to the message with, actually being a whiny, dope anti-Semite is clearly worse, loser. Dr. Grizzo responded, not approving of using starvation as a weapon makes me a bigot, before adding comments about Seafood stock market prowess and political. This guy was really baiting Seafood, and Seafood bit the hook, idiot. After the comments about Seafood stock market prowess and political leanings, which are not good, I guess, that prompted Seafood to write, eat shit, 51st state anti-Semite loser, Israel now and forever, until every last Hamas rat is eliminated. He typed that. The next day, Seafood made his X account private before deactivating his feed. Damn, bro. The NHL was made aware of the messages and suspended Seafood. The NHL has concluded that Mr. Seafood's X posts were unacceptable and inappropriate, said in a statement. As a result, Mr. Seafood has been suspended indefinitely from any involvement with the club, blah, blah. The Panthers are also indefinitely suspended until he meets with the commissioner. The Panthers are defending Stanley Cup champions and are tied 2-2 in the second round series with Toronto. After that, 24. I don't even know if the series 2-2 anymore because it's from 2 days ago. But yeah, so just another example of wow, the internet. You play with it, and he exposed himself, and here he is. Yeah. So, guys, we got Denver and OKC game 6 tonight. It's going to be starting a little bit. Let me get that up. The time on that one. Yeah, that's an 8:30 start. So yeah, they're going to be tipping off right now. Had to mention that. That's the ESPN game. They're going to, OKC is -5.5 favorites on the road in Denver. OKC, of course, owns a 3-2 lead after that thrilling game 5 victory against the Nuggets in Oklahoma the other night. That was the same night. Yeah, what's the one? That was Thursday. That was Tuesday night. Did we? No, we didn't address that game at all. So we're going to do that right now. The Thunder beat them 112-105. It was a close game. OKC had a big fourth quarter, 34-19 fourth quarter, and they ended up winning by 12. So, obviously Denver was leading going into and they were able to pull it out. Very interesting about a lot of comments and some rumors and some anonymous quotes that came out after the game concerning Russell Westbrook from an anonymous player who had said, it was pretty bad comments, negative comments, saying that, he's like a big kid in the locker room or something. And I think they were like, they don't know, they know why. We're the only but it was from an anonymous source. And then I seen Aaron Gordon. He jumped up and he was talking. They were asking him about beating OKC and if the team is good enough to win 2 games from them. With the remaining 2 games we have. And Gordon was like, "Yeah, we could beat them." Gordon was like, "Yeah, we could beat them," but he didn't want to talk about that. He wanted to talk about Westbrook and the distractions and the bullshit that with the Westbrook story where people are dissing him. He just bigs up Westbrook. He said Westbrook's one of the greatest players ever played the game. We're blessed to have him in the locker room. I told you guys we're gonna win game 6 and 7, and he's gonna help us do it. So, so he put that shit to bed. AG put that shit to bed. So all the noise is out the door. You got game 6 tonight. You can't get a chance to win the series without taking care of business at the house. So game 5, like I said, I don't know what Maddie, I think took the Nuggets. I believe he did. And so did I. I took him in 7 in the series going in. Maddie had him in 6, I believe. I took him in 7. So here we are. We're going to try to see if they can win the series and we can look like smart guys. Game 6, Jokic woke up. He had 44 points. He was 17 of 25, 5 of 7 from 3. He was phenomenal. Here we are, 15 rebounds, only 2 turnovers. For a guy who's always got the basketball in his hand, 2 turnovers it's incredible. And he had 2 steals. He played big minutes, 44 minutes. Jamal Murray took a lot of shots, 27, only 3 of 13 from downtown, 10 of 27 from the field. He got 28. It was not the sexiest 28 we've ever seen. Turned the ball over 4 times. Aaron Gordon, 13. Braun, 8 points, 7 rebounds. Michael Porter, him, he's like, here or not. With him, it's either this or that. He's going to be he can disappear or he's going to get you 19. He's a funny guy. That's why he averages 10. He gets 2 or 21. 2 points, 1 of 7. 0 for 5 from 3, 29 minutes for Porter Jr., for the Porter kid who doesn't gamble. Westbrook, 19 minutes, 1 of 7, 4 points. And 2 turnovers. And Watson played 15 and Schrader. And then for the Thunder on the other side, Shea SGA, 31 points, 12 of 23, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, a shitload of turnovers, but it didn't matter. Jalen Williams, 18 points, not a great shooting night, 5-18, hard doing what he does. 15.7 to 10, 7 rebounds, 2 assists for him. Holmgren had 14 points, and he had a couple of rebounds, 9 of them. Caruso off the bench, 13, 4 of 10, 3 of 6 from 3. And they got it done, man, in that 4th quarter, like I said. They've taken care of their business at home. They were down 2 games to 1. They won game 4. They won game 5. They're taking control of the series. They're not trying to go out like the Cavaliers. Okay? They're not trying to go out like what we think the Celtics hope, They're not trying to go out like that. Well, Indiana took care of Cleveland. And like Maddie said the other night, why not us? But guess what? The Knicks, they have another opportunity. Because as long as you don't go to 7, you're good. Because they're not going to, if the Knicks, tomorrow is Friday, the Knicks clinch game 6, they're going to start the series Monday. That'll be plenty. Monday or Tuesday, they'll start. That'll be fine. They're not going to start games 1 on Sunday, or would they? Let me not guess. Let me not jump to conclusions and find out for good. Tell you guys some bullshit. The Western Conference Finals, game 1 will start Sunday if the Thunder win tonight. Okay? Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals will start Sunday if the Thunder win tonight. The Timberwolves will be visiting the Thunder. If they don't, they will have game 7 on Sunday, and the Timberwolves will rest until Tuesday. As far as the Eastern Conference goes, game 6, I believe they're gonna do game 7 will be Monday night, but we don't have that for certain. It's still TBD. So we're gonna see what happens with game 6 tomorrow night at Madison Square Garden between the New York Knicks and the Jason Tatum-less Boston Celtics. That will be 8:00 start tomorrow. Of course, we talked about I said we mentioned game 5, and here we are. We're gonna do that. I mean, sorry, I said game 5. Yeah, game 5. Where's game 5? Where's game 5? Here it is. Here you go. Yeah, final score 127. Yeah. So the final score 127 to 102. We're gonna pull up a little clip on that game. Yeah, that's the game where they cracked Hart open. A physical game in Boston. The Knicks played well. It was that third quarter got ugly, and usually the Knicks were trying to come back in the third quarter, but they let it go. They was getting smoked in the second and first quarter in other games. Yeah, man, they had guys really step up. Derek White was phenomenal. We're getting the clip up right now. I'm gonna show you guys shortly. Let me see what's going on in the chat with you guys before we get this link clip. Yeah, we're gonna get this game 5 clip. Yeah, so guys, we're going to be, a lot of stuff coming through.
Down 3 games to 1 to the rival. And now their best player is out for the series. Few teams have come back from that kind of deficit. But the heart of a champion is a hard thing to extinguish. And tonight, it'll be put to the test. Closing a series on the road is difficult. And eliminating a champion, the most difficult of all. And that's what the Knicks face tonight. We've got the insertion, as Ali said, of Porzingis for the Boston 5. What about the New York starting 5? They have stayed on that path.
I like what Coach Stibbs put on his chalkboard. 2 words, toughness and discipline. Toughness to match the force and energy with the emotions in this building, and discipline to maintain the game plan against the Boston Celtics.
And Bridges working down low. White will defend. And a quick 2-0 lead.
And we saw a lot of that from Bridges. Both of these teams, we saw the Knicks increase that pace in game 4.
In the corner, White 3. Cross court. Brown, Brunson in the way. Nice spin, nice fake, and he gets the 2.
And Boston showing a lot of different urgency.
It's Horford. And the Celtics the other way. White, it's a 3, closed towels.
Isolation plays, I feel, with Tatum out. And a little bit more ball movement for the Celtics.
Bridges with a 3. Good hit outside, Mikal Bridges. They won 5 consecutive road playoff games. 3 in the Detroit series, 2 in this series. Weaving, briskly taking it inside. Brunson. Luke Cornett is in, got the ball. And swerving the other way is Brown.
It's an opportunity wasted.
7-0 run by Boston after a 7-0 run by the Knicks.
What Boston wants to do, they've got to get this fan base. What a back cut by Brunson.
Wow.
But you could feel the urgency that the Celtics played with. Listen, one shot. We won after game 5, game 4, the big win in the Garden. Tatum goes down and he's in the wheelchair. It's looking real bad for the season. I said once again, they're playing the house money.
Season 1 go through.
Obviously, game
that
6.
First round that they played the Pistons. Here is Robinson
not
trying to hold off, and a nice play inside.
On the offensive end, what are some of the challenges of attacking this bigger Celtics lineup, and how is the plan to attack it?
They got length, so they make everything difficult. But we just got to be aggressive, find shots if they overhelp, find the shooters, if not, make a play.
Defensively, they had a lot of guys that were due, right? That this is their moment to step up. Your Derek Whites, your Sam Hauser, your Peyton Pritchard. How do you stay locked in on that end, especially on the three-point line?
They're hell of players. We just got to stay with it, help each other. No easy looks, and make it tough on them.
On that baseline, there's a little shake and bake move right there by McBride. Ends up with it on top, and Holiday will get on him. Shot clock is at 3. McBride, long shot, got it. Big shot by Deuce McBride.
Shots.
It's Bridges.
Making
a move, trying to penetrate the paint, faces the double. Hart in the paint. Got it. Rolling in. Josh Hart makes it go. It's collecting, and the Knicks with that 7-point lead. Look at him fly inside. Hart hits the deck. From the other way. 4-on-2 to the hole. Jalen Brown. This is the pace they want to play with a spin, a kick, and a feed. Horford 3.
This is how it felt. Seeing it is like how it felt hearing it.
They've led by 5. Knicks have led by 9.
Like
Middle stages, second quarter, Brunson back in. The hesitation, the jab, and the lean.
You're allowed to flop a little bit.
It's a 3-point lead for New York.
Take a little setback. You got 3 chances. More likely, I call it 2 chances.
Brown, 3, trying to tie, and does.
Not going to game 7. Your Maddie's going to have it angry. All right? Step on their neck.
Right, look at all the switching being done by Boston.
And I want to say something else.
Sideline, Brunson nails the 3.
I didn't want to do this and address this, but, you know, I'm a long.
Underneath and open.
I've been watching the Knicks since Rod Strick. I was watching the Knicks when Maurice Cheeks was hard, okay? And my pops used to call Maurice Cheeks up.
Brunson fearlessly attacking.
All right, I didn't know anything. I just knew the guy had a funny name. I didn't even know. You know, but I was watching him there. I watched that Christmas game when he hit that shot. I knew it was a big deal. He pointed at the buzzer.
Again, another
and 1 second, the shot that
drive and a feed, hard 3, sideline.
I say that to say this. Listen, I know sometimes I'm not the most positive supporter of the Knicks. Like I said, I'm a Jet guy. You know?
2 of 2 from 3.
I'm a Jet guy.
White, he'll
You know what
watch
that
a free.
means? That's a lot of pain, man.
Brunson.
That's a lot of not winning.
Meticulous.
You know what that is? That's 100 years put together of not winning. The Knicks haven't won a championship since 1973. This is one of the flagship teams of the NBA, the New York Knicks, guys.
Knicks want to get some rest. A lot at play here.
They haven't won a championship since 1973. You feel me? Nobody on the stream, you know, was born by before that. You know? And most of the people who are gonna ever watch this video who were born before that, they're probably little baby. You know, this 50 years ago, 52 years ago. So you need guys 65 to remember this and up. 62 and up to remember that, right? The New York Jets have not won a championship since 1969. The 1968 season. Do I gotta say it? 57 years ago. 110 years. You know? Oh man, guys. We we lost the YouTube screen. I'm looking at it here. Oh, that video. Stream suspended for policy. This NBA. Yeah, we're gonna cut the YouTube stream and go back on there. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get up out of this video then. It don't matter. I was going on my Nick rant anyway. We're just gonna so they don't hurt us on Twitch, but it shut down our YouTube. So yeah, man, we're talking about it. Doesn't matter. That so now, guys, yeah, the Jets, they haven't won a championship in 1968, 68 season, 69. So, but I say that to say this. I don't have to be super positive about either of them ever. And I can still represent them and claim them. You know? I don't. Just because I'm a Knicks fan doesn't mean I have to have this super positivity and think we're going to win every night. I'm a man of facts and science. How would I think that? And they've shown me nothing in the last. They haven't been in the Eastern Conference Finals in 25 years. When I was a teen, they were going all over. By the time I start watching the Knicks, Pat is there. They're a contender. They're good. Even when they weren't contenders, they taking you into April. They playing meaningful basketball during Easter. You see Memorial Day basketball. That's what we trying to get to. We can't get to a Memorial Day game until we eliminate the Celtics. We haven't played in a Memorial game since the year 2000. So when people, I got friends like, oh, you guys are Knicks fan doubters, yo. Don't come celebrate now. So what was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to celebrate when Lance Thomas was the captain? What? So I was supposed to keep supports? Yeah, Lance Thomas of the 17-win Knicks. I don't understand it. I'm not supposed to call them bums when they were playing like garbage. We like to fancy ourselves as journalists, guys. And the fandom is there still. I still love them. I got love for them. But it is what it is. Yes, they surprised me being in game 6 up 3-2 right now. Heck yeah. And I'm happy about it. They winning game. I'm pumped. There's no one in the room, in the house. I'm running around in circles about to tear my Achilles. You gonna tell me I'm not a Knick? I can't doubt them? I don't understand. It's like, all right, so I got a kid and he's a super criminal and he's in prison. I can't say he's a fucking criminal. I gotta support it. I can't say he's fucking up. I can still love him, but he's what he is. Why can't we say what it is, yo? Oh, you didn't. I wouldn't even care. To be honest, I wouldn't give a shit. Like, oh, you guys, like all these new Knick people, these celebrities, come, give us attention, give us all of it. Give it all of us. Oh, don't be a Knick fan now. On a ride right now. If the girl don't watch basketball and she want to watch, we'll say, you ain't like the Knicks before, shorty, get out of here. You ain't like the Knicks before. You get it. Come on, man. I can't criticize them. Lance Thomas. Chris Dubois Knicks. What's that guy's name? Frank Johnson? Frank Williams? Remember Frank Williams? From Illinois? Like, we could do this all day. Frederick Weiss. Captain Lance Thomas. I couldn't believe that. Listen, man. It's like an abusive relationship, yo. You know, seeing these trials go on now, you know? You stick around, waiting for something good to happen, you know? Guys, man, apologizing to the YouTube team. The YouTube viewers, apologize so much. We are going to get this when the stream ends. We're going to repost it. We're going to get back on YouTube. YouTube's been showing us so much love. We've been getting so much subscribers on the tube. We are right on the edge of 2,000. This doesn't sound like a lot, but, you know, it's a lot of traction for me and Maddie B. That's considering we probably were at 500 2 weeks ago. So we're moving, rolling the ball. And that's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. So tonight, we're going to have the full video. It's going to be up. So, you know, and it's definitely be there in the morning. If you can't wait for it, it's going to be there. And like, once again, shout out to the YouTube gang, really taking us to the next place. You know, a lot of, giving us a lot of confidence, a lot of, you know, the ball rolling. Listen, the snowball's rolling down the hill. That's it. You know, I like this more than going to work. So anyway, yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know, man. You know, it's hard, man, being a Knick fan. If the Jets, forget about it. And I just want to let people know that, like, you know, I'm 40 plus. Like, I've been doing this a while. You know, there was a time where, you know, I cried for Knick losses at one time in my life. I had kids. I mean, like, we're not going anywhere. We're gonna love them. Like, you know, I've run into old stuff. I see a John Starks Mason highlight reel. I'm over here getting emotional, the nostalgia. You just think about some of the greatest, funnest times. I could never front on them like that. But I don't think they're gonna win. I don't think they're gonna win. Shit, I'm riding. I ain't gonna sit in on it. I expect them to finish these guys off now. I hope they do. And if they don't, I'm gonna talk that shit. It will be another notch of butthurt, of cope for us Knicks fans, you know? Nah, man, like, I mean, what do you guys want? This is, I really would hope, I'm going to bother Maddie. I really want to give him a little reaction from him before the game, because I don't know till the game's tomorrow night. I'm working soccer tomorrow. We got NWSL, the women's Orlando Pride, the world champion Orlando Pride. They've got a game tomorrow. I got to cover that. I got to do that game. See, I'm just going to bother Maddie until he just puts a little short out there. We all want to know. I want to feel his energy going into Game 6 tomorrow night in the Garden. The Garden's going to be ready. People going to be on 7th Avenue. They're going to be ready. They're going to be ready to support team. Next, you go down 20, they're going to be there for you. We're going to be there for you. And even my Knicks fans who are, it don't matter. We all family, Knicks fan nation, But listen, these are the world champions, man. They had 4 Olympic gold medalists on their team. 4. One of them's down. They got 3 more. Yeah, they got 3 of them. Yeah. Drew Holiday, Jaylen Brown, and Mr. Martian himself, Derek White. It's not going to be easy, You just hope, They, last night was the first time that the Knicks lost a home game in the playoffs, which is very, very good. The Knicks are one of the best home road teams. I said a home game. The first time they lost a road game. And the Knicks are one of the best road teams in the league. Crunch time, they have Captain Clutch. Captain Crunch, Captain Clutch, whatever you want to call them. You know who that is, JB, number 11. And it's okay that they lost a road game. 5 out of 6 ain't bad. But let's start another streak. Hopefully we don't have to start a road streak until Indiana. And if you get advanced, now you have home court advantage. You stay in New York a little bit. It'd be nice to Knicks get a game 1 in the club. That. Right? How about that? Let's do that. Why can't we get that? It's like you waiting for the other shoe to drop. And I'm sorry, yo. I know some of my Knicks fans like, yo, Dub, yo, E, you're now. We're going to win. We're going to win Game 6. And I know they can. I know they can win this game, but I just can't see it until I see it because they haven't been doing it the last 25 years. And, it's like, you the kid waiting for the bike for Christmas. And 8 Christmases passed, and he still ain't get it. And this year's the year they telling him, no, this is going to be the year. He like, all right, really? Okay. But heard that before. So I'm a little nervous about it. Nervous as I was doing this, starting off in this show. But, you got to grasp it. You got to grab the moment. You got to grab it, grab the leprechaun by his throat and put the world champions down. When you get wins like that, you got notches in your belt that no one can take away. Like what Anthony Edwards is doing by beating Steph and beating LeBron and knocking off KD in the regular season, sending them home. That builds character. That builds champions, things like that, It does. It does. Beating teams like that. And it happens, man. 2011 Mavericks. They knocked off the Lakers, Kobe, the world champion Lakers. I don't remember what order it was. I think they got them in the second. They knocked off OKC, and I believe it was that young, talented OKC team. They knocked off, they ended up beating the Heatles in the finals. It was San Antonio, Lakers, and OKC. They beat. Those are great teams. 2 dynasties, and then that Super Thunder team with the Hall of Famers on it. And then they beat Miami in the finals. And no one knows they can do that, but they became the 2011 Mavericks. They're mentioned all the time. Forever. Some championship teams, people forget about. Yeah. Happens to, but they yeah. Yeah, man. So, let me see what else you guys got before we get out of here. I want to see if I can give you guys a little bit, talk a little bit more to you guys before we get out. It was funny. We were going to try to go on. It didn't work out. Me and Maddie couldn't make it happen, but, maybe it was we were supposed to. But we'd have been disappointed because if they wouldn't win, we missed that post. So, but I mean, it's not about us, but it kind of worked out for us. But they got to win Game 6, man. They got to win Game 6. Game 7, man. Maybe if they win Game 7 and they don't, and they take it to 7 and they win that one, fine. I know, but I can't go through it, bro. because I'm going to be watching it. I don't know if I can. I do care. I do care about the Knicks. I care about what they do, man. The only thing I've had anything good in my sports life is them damn Yankees. And they haven't done anything in 15 years. So, But yeah, guys, let me see what else I had on the docket. See if I have anything more for you guys. Let me see. Yeah, we got a little bit of Yankee baseball since I brought it up. A little New York baseball, but we'll start with the Pinstripers, guys, the boys from uptown. It's Thursday. It's an off day, but the Yankees Mets. I said start with the Yankees. You got the Yankees Mets series for the first time. The great Juan Soto comes back to the place that he made home and made a big impact for it in only 1 year. Yankees minus 145 on the money line. You know what time it is. Subway Series. We're gonna have a good time. At the end of the day, it's just another game, but it ain't. It ain't, baby. It's a little silly, but it ain't. The bragging rights between two teams that really have no bearing on each other, but have a whole bunch of bearing on each other. It's ridiculous when you think about it. Soto. I mean, the weekend's gonna be all about him. He's starting to hit the baseball better. I mean, we've heard all the rumblings and the opinions, and everyone thinks they know what's going on in his head. I don't know how people could think that, because to me, when I look at the guy, he just looks like this android with a circuit board in the back. And he just, and he goes. So I don't think all that other stuff, the fans are emotional, the media is emotional, the Yankees are play baseball. The Yankees, I'm going to tell you, is so far this year, when you look at the players that they've used to pretty much replace him, it's more than one player, because you could talk about the money that they didn't spend here, and they wouldn't have playing every day. They wouldn't have had Trent Grisham if Soto's here. Trent Grisham would have been here, but the opportunities would not have been. And they filled in the role very nicely. Coming into the Subway Series, the Yankees are 25-18, 4-game lead in the East over Boston and Toronto, and 5 over Tampa, and 9.5 over slumping Orioles, who I expect to start winning some games. They're not this bad. They did lose to the Twins, who are in their winning streak today. By the way, for the record, Minnesota is on a what? Is that a 10-game winning streak? Yes. What else do we got? The Mets, 28-16. Half again, right there with the Dodgers for the best record in baseball. Dodgers have one less loss. Oh, I'm sorry, Detroit as well is right there with them. The Mets, 2.5 on Philly, 6 on Atlanta. Atlanta's playing good baseball. Both teams want to go in there and get 2 out of 3, right? Especially the Yankees. You're at home. It's the Mets, 2 out of 3. Everyone wants 2 out of 3. Friday night, that's going to going to give you a beat on how it's going to go down. Right now, out in Denver, the Nuggets are up 31-22, 112 to go. Like I said, minus 5.5. OKC expected to win this game and win the series tonight, but the Nuggets are out. Murray's playing despite the illness. I'm gonna go run through some couple of hockey standings in the playoffs just to mention them, and then we're gonna get out of here because we haven't in a while. There's so much going on. Yeah, we got so much going on. We're in the conference semifinals. Edmonton has already advanced 4-1 over the Vegas Knights. Dallas and Winnipeg, and the Winnipeg Jets. There, Dallas is up 3-1. Carolina and Washington. Carolina's up 3-1. And Florida and Toronto, the world champion. We talked about it earlier. They're up 3-2. So we're in the final 8 in the conference semifinal. We're trying to get to the conference semifinals out of the NHL, the Elite 8, I should say, just like the NBA. NBA's got a couple of spots left. So, that's about it today, guys. It's been grand. Let me see the chat real quick. Gotta get out of here. Yeah. Well, yeah, guys. So we're gonna get up out of here. I just wanted to let you guys know where you can reach us. Of course, Epis Radio on YouTube. You can catch my page, Dubby Dubois. Sometimes we put Epis stuff on there until we go relaunch it, like we plan to. Dubby Dubois on YouTube. My Instagram under the screen. Maddie's Instagram is Epis Benedetti. I'm gonna spell that out for you. Epis Bendetti. Yeah. Twitch.
Dubby just completely botched my name right there, by the way. Everybody. Yes. I'm here, everybody. Thank you for showing up tonight. Dub did a great job. Shout out to him. I was feeling a bit under the weather, so I decided to stay behind the scenes tonight and help him through the show. So thank you. I know we ran into some issues on the YouTube stream, so those are with us on Twitch.
They didn't want us to watch some highlights. We should have watched them anyway.
It's so surprising because, like, we've played highlights before with basketball and never had an issue with the YouTube stream. So I'm not really sure.
They change the rules every week.
Maybe because, wait, what broadcast was it? Was it TNT or ESPN? Because maybe that has a difference with it as well. I don't know.
Usually they play TNT. Tonight is ESPN.
Yeah. But either way, shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the socials. And Dub, great job tonight, man. Appreciate you.
Thanks, man.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Closing statement from you, Dub, as you finish off the show.
Listen, guys. Let's just stay vigilant out there, man. I was driving the other day and they were killed on the road, and I just, let's just stay smart out there because we have so many places to be, so many things to do, and we got to make it there first. We can't show up if we get hit by a car or we're driving recklessly or whatever. Just be careful out there. Stay vigilant. Head on the swivel. Take care of everybody around you. Take care of everyone around you. Yeah. That's all I have tonight, guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Maddie B, for the help tonight. Thanks for the Twitch gang, YouTube gang, everyone, Instagram gang, all of them. Keep showing up. That's all I got, Maddie 21. Thank you.
All right, folks, have a good night. Keep showing up.
Thanks.
Broadcasting from the capital of sports, it's the Maddie B Show. Right here on Epis Sports Radio. Maddie B. On Epis Sports Radio.
And it's swung on and into the air. To deep right center. That ball is high. That is far. It is gone.
On Epis Sports Radio.
Very deep is right. Hits one deep to left field. Headley back near the wall. It's in the air. The Mets win the ball game.
Yeah, guys, Epis, keep showing up. Let's go.
Until next time, stay tuned for episode 22. This one will be posted later on tonight on YouTube and Twitch. Keep showing up, everybody.